today. From U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings taking on Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. Had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
Under center for the Vikings, out comes the former Michigan State Spartan and longtime veteran Kirk Cousins.
The debate about Kirk Cousins continues to rage both among Vikings fans and fans around the league. But when you look at his numbers, you think this is one of the better quarterbacks in the league. Last year broke a string of 4 straight 4,000-yard passing years with the emergence of Dalvin Cook in the backfield. So while those numbers dropped, he was still solid throwing the football. 26 touchdown passes, just 6 interceptions. Now he just got to develop an extra target on the perimeter in order to get his numbers back to the previous levels.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
At the 28-yard
From the gun, here's Cousins. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times they just run past you at the initial point of contact and then go deep.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. On 3rd down, Cousins. It's incomplete. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt.
sets up 4th down.
This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. Now we see the Packers coming out. Their first drive on offense, and at the helm, as always, their 8-time Pro Bowl quarterback in his 16th season now, Aaron Rodgers.
And the question swirled around Green Bay all offseason in free agency and through the draft. Did they acquire enough pieces to help their all-star quarterback, Aaron Rodgers? Just think about the last 2 years for him. 51 touchdown passes, just 6 interceptions, and rallied the Packers to 13 regular season wins last year and a trip to the NFC Championship game. He's still one of the top quarterbacks in the league, and the Packers are hoping to take the next step.
That'll wind up going for a loss of 4, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10.
Aaron Jones.
Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
How about some calls for the defense there. They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
A gain of 5 brings up
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 39, Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
Kirk Cousins sacked.
Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here.
Oh, pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Preston Smith, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
They're on the 8-yard line.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
He'll have a 1st down and more past the 20. And he's going to get this all the way up to the 30-yard line. That good for 22 and a 1st down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Rodgers' throw is taken in by Jones. And he'll bring it up here right at the 40-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Packers.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down.
14.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
38-yard line. A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. That is caught at the 7. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
1st and goal. Green Bay.
Give him 32 on the play. Only the Titans converted more red zone opportunities into touchdowns than the Packers last year. And they've got an opportunity here, 1st and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
A gain of 3. Brings up 2nd and goal. At the Vikings 3.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Packers have taken the early lead. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
2nd and 12 at the 34-yard line.
On play action, Cousins. His throw incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target. Third down here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense, trotting back out. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll get this one up to the 26.
Jones on the run for Green Bay.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a couple and land on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. We remind you, lots more to come here this opening weekend of the Return to Football 2020. Coming up later tonight, it's the national debut of SoFi Stadium in Southern California. The Cowboys and the Rams doing battle there. And then 2 more to finish off the week on Monday Night Football. The Steelers and Giants from MetLife Stadium and the Titans and Broncos from Mile High. And this one also slow and developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
3rd and 13.
3rd and long for Cousins. And this is Cook with a grab. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. That'll bring up fourth down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop it before he could get to the marker.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out, and he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had. Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. That's a jet sweep. This is Adams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Oh, they'll try the jet sweep here with Lazard. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop?
Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
Rodgers pass.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And it'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Minnesota Vikings. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Cook. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Ball carrier brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7, Cousins. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
A 7-yard loss. Brings up
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. And pressure gets to him again. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rodgers. He hits his target, the tight end Lewis. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
First down, Green Bay.
Nice job there utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Devontae Adams, his intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Fine time to his left. He may try and run for this. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there, getting him the 1st. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. On 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on third down.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel him. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third.
Packers 7, Vikings.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And able to get this out to the 25.
Over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some simple.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Markel Lee. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on third and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Caught by Jones. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
In on the tackle. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
From the 44, Rodgers. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down, Green Bay.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on first and 10. A give to Jones. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4. At the Vikings 46.
On second down at 4, Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Yards to go.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Incomplete. Intended for equanimity.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. On first down, Jones. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
So many times someone's success is the product of a lot of things coming together really well. And for Aaron Jones in 2019, it all came together for him. He stayed healthy, was on the field for all 16 games, got handed the ball 100 more times last year, and as an end result, broke 1,000 yards in a season rushing for the first time in his career.
Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and now it's second down. After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20. Throwing again, Rodgers. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
No gain. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
At the 20-yard
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Slipping into the backfield for the sack was Oren Burks.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense, trotting back out. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, we're looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. Again, it's Jones. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings' 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
And it's third down.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Complete. This is Lewis. The completion there lines up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. So they go pass on 3rd and 2. They complete it, but no gain. Should they have tried to run it?
I thought that running the ball in that situation is what they would have done, because at worst case scenario, you may bring up a 4th down decision for your team. Instead, now they're not close to the first down.
Aaron Jones.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And Lewis has it, the tight end. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. They'll run on 1st down. Jones. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Touchdown.
From 17 yards out. And the Packers add on to their lead. Circle that drive, because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes, because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it was all finished off by the 17-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 of the 24.
Vikings take over 1st and 10.
Kirk Cousins and the Vikings offense back on the field. He's been pretty good when he's had time. The issue is, as we see here, a lot of times he hasn't had the time.
And a lot of that in getting past it is attitude. Well, how's he projecting? Is he showing that the other team is getting to him? Is he showing his guys up front that he's upset, that he's angry, or is he still encouraging? Because those guys, they've got to find a way to pick it up, and it always happens a little bit back.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Kenny Clark getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Quickly to Thielen here. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to run him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Well, 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 27. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
On the tackle.
4 yards remain for 2nd down.
Up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And look out, Rodgers lost the ball. Free. We could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on him.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. The give is to Jones. That's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, pulled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
4 yards.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Adams hauling it in from Rodgers. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the 1st down as they stop him short. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's now
the offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Able to find Lazard. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because
now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. Jones. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. Just enough to get the 1st down there with a 1-yard pickup.
1st down, Packers.
first down is Rodgers. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Brings up second.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Tony calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. And that went off the mark, a little late with the throw.
Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
And the 13-year man puts it through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Now, aren't I, though?
At their own 25-yard line.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive now. Cook hit and he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. Second and short now following the fumble. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. And they come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. To the air again, it's Cousins. As he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
He rifles one, it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Cousins pass.
We'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
That catch good for only a couple. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Cousins on 3rd and 2. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And this is Cook with a grab. He'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Out of bounds.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
They'll throw again. Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. They go play action. Cousins. He's going to let it fly. And it's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Tried to go back again to Adam Thielen. And it's second down. Second and 10. Cousins again. Incomplete. 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions. Have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, it's Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back